What is up, ladies and gentlemen? This is General Speer here, and welcome back to a brand new series here on the channel of a game that is near and dear to my heart. This is in fact the game that inspired my name for the channel, General Speer, so this should be a kind of a callback and fun stuff. We are here with ROM Total War, and it is a fantastic game that was done by Sega and Creative Assembly. Creative Assembly being the primary company that has made this game and all the other titles that are associated with the Total War series. So Rome 2 Total War, Attila, Empire Total War, Napoleon Total War, of course the classic Medieval Total War, which was done not long after this one. And we're gonna have some fun. Let's go ahead and go to single-player campaign and get this rolling. We're just gonna go with Imperial Campaign. That is by far my favorite play mode. I'm gonna go on medium difficulty throughout. No battle time limit. We do not want to have that. Follow characters, sure. Manage all settlements. Check this option to allow manual construction, recruitment, and tax management in settlements without governors. Yes, I want to have that control because that is a thing. We are going to go with the House of Julli. There are other factions that you can play, I think? Maybe? I don't know. I don't need any advice for this. Arcade style... Battles are less realistic and more action-oriented. You know what? I don't mind playing with a little bit of action, or a little bit more action. I kind of like that idea. Though, no, it'll kind of take away from the fact that, you know, archers will run out of... And archers and velites will run out of arrows. Well, I mean, in arcade, they don't run out of arrows. But, you know what? I think I'll just maintain realistic. So we're going to play as the House of Julli. It is by far my personal favorite faction to play with. I like the Broodii and the Scipii families. I like these guys a little bit more. There's not that much difference between the factions other than positioning and where the Senate, by which all these three factions follow, kind of, you know, get called to go for it and everything. So the Scipii families are going to be kind of around the middle Mediterranean here and focusing down here in North Africa. The Broodii families are going to be kind of stuck here on the boot and the heel of Italy, and they're going to be focusing their forces over towards the Greek Isles and mainland. Whereas the Julii family are going to be headed towards the north of Italy, right up here, and potentially over here on these two main islands over here. I forget what they're called, but they're pretty nice islands and everything. I know what they are in the Rome 2 Total War pack, or at least what the province the province that they're a part of, but I can't remember what they call them in this game. We'll eventually see. But let's go ahead and get this started. So let's get started with the game that started my name for this channel. Should be awesome. Should be awesome. Here we go. Of course, this cutscene. Love it.
Gods. I hate Gauls. My grandfather hated them too. Even before they put out his eyes. Did you think I'd be out here on the frontier without good reason? Yes, Rome needs a strong frontier. No, Rome doesn't need unwashed barbarians at her gates. So, that's why I'm here, the leader of the Julii, to bring Roman order to stinking Gauls. Revenge? That'd be good too. This war against the Gauls won't last long. And when it's done, I've got plans. This is all about power. Power in Rome. Going down that road means dealing with all my rivals. The Senate, The Greeks. Those Carthaginian elephant riders. The Scipii and the Brutii families, too. After all, the man who controls Rome rules the world. And one day, I will be emperor.
Indeed. God, I love that. That brings back so many memories. That brings back so many memories there. Alright, so, right at the start of the game, we have our first assignment from the Senate mission assigned. Take Segesta. Keep in mind, a lot of these names, I'm very familiar with a lot of the names. I'm not gonna know how to pronounce them necessarily. So if you're like a historian watching this, or a history novice, or you know, advocate or whatever it is, I'm not gonna know how to pronounce these. So forgive me if I pronounce them wrong. But we are to take the settlement of Segesta. We have 10 turns to do so. The Senate asks you to take the settlement for the glory of the Empire, and if you succeed, you will be rewarded, or you will be greatly rewarded. Sounds fantastic. Now, this is 270 BC. The Republic at this point in Rome, if I remember my history on this correctly, the Republic at this point is already founded. Like, it's already, I think, 200 or so years into its foundation at this point, because the Republic was founded and lasted for 500 or so years before the BC to AD overchange, and then it lasted for about, I think, 500 more after that as an empire. They did a lot in 500 years. They started out, so let's locate the position of this. So it's right next door to our settlements. But if we go around the map, these are our Scipii and Brutii families to the south. Rome used to be here, and it used to be not really that big of a city. It's controlled by the Senate, so none of our other factions around here control it. But Rome, there were a lot of other factions throughout the whole of Italy, and I can't remember what the Italians, like, if they were native to this area or if they had come over from Greece. I don't remember what it was, but essentially Rome, it was kind of one of these, like, hundreds of different little mini tribes, and they kind of they had the luck of the card, and they just slowly expanded over time. And this was before the Republic ever took place or ever was rooted. And so what ended up happening is that Rome got big enough where essentially it was able to kind of have influence over all these major areas. So Arretium, Ariminum, later on, of course, Segesta, and further on to the Gaul Wars, or the Gallic War, Patavium, and this region up here. But of course, we also have influence down here in Messina, Syracuse later on, Croton, Terratium. I don't know if all these names are proper in terms of this particular time period of history. I'm guessing they might be. Of course, down here in what will eventually be Naples or Napoli. Florence, I believe, is somewhere kind of in here. Or it might be a little bit further north. I don't know if it's Arretium or somewhere around Arretium that's kind of the modern-day Florence or something like that. I don't know. It's somewhere in the north. But, essentially, at some point, the Republic founded, and we're, time period-wise, 270, we're roughly halfway through that Republic period. It's already pretty well established, and it's only going to grow from there. So that's kind of the brief history lesson of what I know. So we're good. We'll go ahead and take that settlement. No problem. We might be able to take this turn because they don't have a war. Or they don't have a wall, excuse me. So this is Arretium. This is our capital, the Julii capital. We currently got a militia barracks, a governor's villa, a port, a wooden palisade, land clearance, and roads. Roads are going to be pretty important early on because not only do they serve as our ability to move our forces further in, further within that turn. It also, as you can see, provides trade capabilities. Now, in addition to the roads, we also need a trader. And this, of course, will allow for tradable goods or increase in tradable goods and population growth. We're not going to have a whole lot of trade to deal with right off the bat. So any amount of trade that we can get is a good thing. So I'm going to go ahead in both settlements and provide a trader, an Arteminium, and a trader in Aratium. Now, if we go to our forces, if we go to recruitment, we have our faction heir, Lucius Julius, in here with Hastati. Oh, you know what? Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to pause right here for a moment because you'll understand why in a moment. I'll pause and I'll be right back. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. So, sorry about that. So, if we go to Aratium, or right here, if we go to our armor, you'll notice that it was 20 before. I totally forgot to put a setting into the game, which I completely forgot about until now. If you go into settings, if you go into video, there is an option to change the unit scale from like small, low, medium to huge, or large to huge, and we went to huge. This allows for 160 Hastati in each unit. The general's unit sometimes has 48. Flavius Julius, yeah, he has 48. Unfortunately, you have to start the campaign over in order for that to take effect, at least from what I remember. So, that's nice. Alright, we're going to take Flavius Julius here. Right? Yeah, Flavius Julius. And we're going to have him go attack Segesta. And we're going to just maintain the siege right here. And I'm going to send him 2 units of Hastati from this army here, from Vibus Julius. I'm going to send the Velites along with him too. I'm going to move Flavius Julius up here, and we're going to go ahead and construct a watchtower. And before I forget, I'm going to get these traders back online, because I need them. I need them in my life. And I'm also going to... Do I call up a militia barracks? I think I need to call up a militia barracks in Arminium. I'm probably going to need that. Anyways, so we got our force here. We got some Hastati, actually 4 units of Hastati, 1 unit of Triarii, which we won't get until later on. The same with the Roman archers, and then we got Velites, which is very, very nice. Let's go ahead, and we could just maintain the siege. I don't think we're going to suffer any attrition loss, but I do want to get this settlement so we can start making some money. So, let's go ahead and hit assault. Very nice. So it's 1,171 men against 481, and we do have a pretty significant army strength ratio. We could auto-resolve this, but I'm going to go ahead and fight on the battle map for the very first time. Let's go ahead and do this. All right.
Do not fear these rebel slaves. They are only slaves, and will die as easily as cattle. Now, set your minds on the task to come. Strike hard. Strike without mercy.
All right, very well said, General.
Units! General, await my orders. Hastati, Velites, archers,
Alright, I'm kind of just looking to see what we have around here. So, let's go ahead and take our Hastati. We're going to go ahead and group them up kind of over this way. Now, it's going to take me a bit to get used to the controls because it is an older game. Archers will go behind. Velites will be over here. Triarii will... Actually, no. Triarii will be in front of the Velites. And the General's unit will be over here. Let's go ahead and start the battle. No. Gonna move them up there. Gonna move them up there. I'll go ahead and fast forward until we get to this point. Our first battle. First blood. All right. Excellent. All right, so we are getting into position here. What have we got? We got some peasants, some rebels, some warbands, some pretty light stuff. So I think we're going to be able to take these guys. I am going to use our archers to kind of soften them up a little bit. Gonna slow it down just a tidge. And clearly they are not close enough. I'm gonna go ahead and run them into position there. They still aren't close enough. Well, that's frustrating. Alright. Let's go ahead and move these guys in closer. Go ahead and flank these guys around. I'm gonna move the general's unit across the field over here. And hopefully I can get these archers into position as they do that. And hopefully begin firing on these guys. That should be close enough. Yes! For the glory of Rome! Alright. They are taking him down slowly but surely. Oh, 2007 or so graphics. Like, actually, yeah, 2007. It actually might have been earlier than that. I can't remember when this game came out. Mid-2000s, we'll call it that. Alright, here they come. Allow the fire at will mode just so they can throw their pila. Woo-hoo-hoo! Yeah, that did some damage. All right, we're doing pretty darn well. The archers are still firing their arrows, which is good. Which guys are they hitting? I'm actually not sure. What are you hitting? You guys are getting hit by the arrows, aren't you? Let's move these unit of Hastati in here. Get these guys some experience. Which guys are you going after? Are you going after these guys? You gotta be going after those guys. Which are almost dead. Nice, nice, nice. I think the archers are hitting our guys. That's what's up. Alright, let's go ahead and disable fire at will. Let's get these guys in here. And let's bring in our general here. Here he comes! Nice rally.
The enemy general is slain. The enemy army is in flight.
Let's go ahead and continue the battle.
Drive them from the battlefield.
Just so I can get more XP. Oh, yeah. They are falling like flies.
Rome demands
All
victory
right.
for the generals, and this day is
Excellent. So Flavius Julius has dominated over the enemy army. We lost, it looks like 16 in total, but that's okay. I have a feeling part of that was due to friendly fire. Let's look at the battle statistics. Let's see, gain 1 casualty, okay, 22 for that SATA unit, 2 for that unit. Actually, yeah, a lot of that was due to friendly fire. That's okay. That is okay. The archers, they didn't inflict nearly as much as I thought they would. I mean, that's okay, but they didn't inflict nearly as much as they would. This unit of Astati, however, inflicted the most out of everybody, 140. Nice. Nice, nice, nice.
Victory!
Alrighty. So, we're going to go ahead. I mean, we could exterminate the populace, which, I mean, you know, it'll gain us the most amount of money, but that's going to be very bad. We could do enslavement, but we're going to go ahead and just do occupy. That is kind of the most sound way of doing things. And let's go ahead and now build our governor house. It'll take a turn, but that will unlock other things in this region. And we're going to take Flavius, move him up here, build another watchtower just so we can kind of keep an eye on this area, and we'll move him back in here in the next turn. But that's pretty... Actually, you know what? No. We can move this guy in, and we can take... Move those units of Hastati out, recruit 2 more Hastati for Artium, and then go from there. Actually, for Arnamenum, I'm gonna pronounce those names so wrong. I'm actually not gonna go with the trader. I'm gonna go with a militia barracks because we don't have the ability to recruit Hastati here, and we're gonna need to churn them out. And so far, for right now, Artium is our only Hastati recruiting unit. So if we can get 2 settlements to recruit Hastati units, that's going to be fantastic. Segesta won't be able to do that for a while. If you're not familiar with this game, the other thing that's kind of taken into account is the population. At a certain population checkpoint, if you will, we get upgrades for our city. And we can only do more upgrades with our population growth. So right now our population growth is at 2%. I'm going to go ahead and actually, can I lower this down? Yes. To low. That's going to drop the money, but it will allow for us to get 2.5% population growth, which is going to be needed. So our team and Arnamentum, I'm just going to keep them at normal for right now. I actually might bump our team up to high. Same with Arnamentum, so we're making a little bit more money. And I think that's all I'm going to do for right now, as far as those movements for this turn. Let's go ahead and end it. Trade rights from the Gaul. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and accept that for right now. Because we are so low on trade. I don't want to exactly go with war with you yet, but I will accept your trade rights. Excellent. And of course, the Senate sends us to the town of to the town of the people that we just had trade rights with. You would be rewarded with a unit of Triarii. You know, 10 turns is a long time. It's a long time in this game. So, a lot can happen in that time. I think... I think we should be alright. I'm going to go ahead and auto-resolve this. Close defeat. Move those guys into here. We now have the governor's house built, and we have now some options for Segesta. We're going to go ahead and get some roads, and we're going to also call up a trader right off the bat. We also need to get something to help increase our population growth, and the Shrine to Ceres will help with that. So we also got land clearance as well, which will also help with that. Let's see. Doing pretty good. I'm gonna go ahead and continue to just recruit Hastati. Just get that going. Construction complete. Governor's house. Nice. Recruitment complete. Hastati. Okay. Let's go ahead and save our monies for right now. Those rebels are still there. They kicked our butts, didn't they? Let's go ahead and go back to Rome here. And we can go ahead and actually retrain these units. And we'll be able to do that. Also, the other thing, too, is that the units also take population. If I remember correctly, it takes a small amount, but they take the population and everything. And so on and so forth. With RTM, I'm going to go ahead and build paved roads just to get that going. Because, like I said, we are going to need them. We got one turnout for the militia barracks. Segesta is done with its roads and will work on the trader. Let's see here. Let's go ahead and move a unit of Hastati into Flavius's army here. Do you have garrison of 2 there and 3 there? Feasibly, we could take them, but I don't know if I'm quite prepared to go for the battles that are going to happen in this area. I would like to get the militia barracks online and getting some Hastati here in Arminum. I'm going to have so much trouble if that name production's not going to be funny. But we're going to do one more turn, and I think, because of how much time I spent talking in the beginning, I think we're going to end the episode here in just a moment. Militia Barracks is done. Let's go ahead and get some Hastati underway. Now, you'll notice that I'm only recruiting 1 Hastati per turn. It is because of the barracks levels. I think you can actually, if I remember correctly, the higher level barracks, you can actually have more recruitment slots. I say that, and I don't quite remember if that's the case. Let's go ahead and get these 3 Hastati here to head towards Flavius's forces. It's going to take a turn, but that'll be fine. Segesta, how you doing? 1 turn on the trader. Nice. Alright, our minimum. Trader. We're gonna need it. We are going to need it. Going to. We have our spy here, too, by the way. We also have our diplomat up here. Let's go ahead and bring our spy up this way, just so we can see what's in there. You don't necessarily need to spy on a target in order to do that. Oh, by the way, we could go and see if we can bribe these guys to get them out of the way. They'll join your faction for a reasonable price. They're not going to. We don't have enough money. Well, that's good to know. Yes, bribery is a thing in this game. That is something I love about Rome Total War. It really is. Alright, so I think that's going to do it for this episode, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you all so much for watching. Hope you all enjoyed. Oh, and if you stayed until this point, you'll actually know the reason why. I'm going to take just a brief moment to explain. The reason why my name on YouTube is such that it is, why it's named General Speer, is because of this game, like I said before. Occasionally, if you fight on the battle map, or if you click on the units, General, do you hear that? Do you hear that there?
Imperator. Sir. General.
You might need to up your volume a little bit in order to hear it.
Orders. General.
General, there it is. Your units, when you click on them, will refer to you as General. And when I was first going through figuring out my name for YouTube, I had a bunch of options. None of them really were completely sound until I played this game.
Sir. Orders. Imperator. Orders. Orders.
And
Imperator.
and heard the name General on this. I thought about Imperator, which they also say, but General just, it has a nice ring to it, and I like it. So that is where the name came from. I began to play around with the name General, and I'm like, General Speer? That has a nice ring to it. So it kind of stuck. But that's going to do it for this episode, ladies and gentlemen. I hope everybody has enjoyed. I can't wait to continue this series. It's going to be a long campaign, but this is a game that is near and dear to my heart, and I hope you all enjoy. For those of you that know this game, kick back and relax. For those of you who are unfamiliar with this game, I hope you all enjoy it. Maybe pick it up in the Steam Workshop and everything, because it is in the Steam Workshop for $10? I don't remember what it is now. It's an old game, so it's probably going to be a lot less. Like I said, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it. Thank you all for watching. Hope you all enjoyed it. Hulk smash that like button if you feel like it. If you want to, comment in the comment section below. If you're new, thank you so much for stopping by. Hope you all hit that subscribe and notification button so you get all the updates and when I upload videos on the channel. And to everyone, ladies and gentlemen, may the force be ever in your favor.